Hey, what's up, everybody? It's LeeLos, and today we're talking about who would win in a fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. And guys, you're all born to win. You're all designed for greatness. Keep up the great work towards your dreams and goals each day. You're closer than you think to achieving your dreams. Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, for those who don't know, they're both two undefeated fighters in the welterweight division. It's a fight that's been talked about for a long time and might happen this year. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll have to see. I thought it was going to happen in like April or something, but now it looks like it's unsure if the fight will happen this year or not. But here's my stance on what would happen if they were to fight each other. The interesting thing is that they've both fought the same opponent. Both of them have fought Shawn Porter. Errol Spence Jr. fought him in 2019 and Terence Crawford fought him in 2021. When Errol Spence Jr. fought Shawn Porter, that was pretty much a dead even fight where it really could have gone either way. What won that fight for Errol Spence Jr. was he got a knockdown in the 11th round, and it went all 12 rounds. It went to decision, and then Errol Spence Jr. ended up winning by just a very small amount. Now, when Terence Crawford fought Shawn Porter, what you need to understand, this was a stronger, more experienced Shawn Porter. It was 2 years later, so he had 2 years to recover from his loss against Errol Spence Jr., and it's like, for a champion of that level, you know that he learned a ton from that loss and got a lot better from that loss. And then after that, Shawn Porter fought Terence Crawford, and Shawn Porter got knocked out because Terence Crawford's just a monster. Now, when you look at that, if you just think of it logically, Terence Crawford knocked out a better version of somebody who was about dead even with Errol Spence Jr. Now, I'm sure Errol Spence has gotten better too, but what I'm saying here is I believe that if Terence Crawford fought Errol Spence Jr., I believe Terence Crawford would win. And I actually think Terence Crawford would knock him out as well, because I don't think Errol Spence Jr. is that much better than Shawn Porter. See, especially if you consider it like this, Shawn Porter lost and had the motivation from a loss to push really hard to get better, fought Terence Crawford and got knocked out. There's a chance that Shawn Porter that got knocked out, he might have been better than Errol Spence Jr. currently. Because if they were both about even back in 2019 and Shawn Porter had the motivation of, oh dang, I just lost, I need to overcome that, versus Errol Spence Jr., he won. So the motivation might be a little less. Not saying that it is or isn't, but it's possible. And that's why I think the Shawn Porter that Terence Crawford beat might have been better than Errol Spence Jr. was at that same point in time. And he got knocked out. Shawn Porter got knocked out. So that's my stance on it. I think Terence Crawford would beat Errol Spence Jr. And I actually think he would knock him out. I think it would pretty much play out exactly how the Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter fight turned out. I think it would turn out exactly like that. That's my stance on it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments who you think would win. If you think Errol Spence would win, let me know in the comments why you think so. If you think that Terence Crawford would win, let me know in the comments why you think so. But that was everything I wanted to cover today, guys. Thanks for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.